Amid the many talented comic artists, one stands out for his ability to bring Superman to life with a stunning realism. His brushwork transforms the Man of Steel into a figure who is powerful, yet profoundly human. Strong, emotional, and vulnerable. As if he walks among us. That artist is none other than Alex Ross. To fans and art lovers alike, Alex Ross reimagines superheroes as enduring legends, using masterful brushstrokes to seamlessly blend fantasy and reality with striking authenticity, transcending the page to blur the line between fantasy and reality with every masterful brushstroke. His work doesn't just leap off the page. It pulls readers into a world where superheroes are larger than life, yet intricately human, filled with depth, dignity, and gravitas. Born in 1970 in Portland, Oregon, Alex Ross was drawn to the world of art and superheroes from a young age, and was first influenced by superheroes when he discovered Spider-Man on an episode of the children's TV series The Electric Company. This passion was nurtured by his mother, Lynette Ross, a commercial artist who taught him the fundamentals of illustration and instilled in him a profound appreciation for the craft. As he grew, Ross found inspiration in the lifelike work of Norman Rockwell and the instructional brilliance of Andrew Loomis, whose iconic portrayals of realism left an indelible mark on his developing style. At age 17, Ross began studying painting at the American Academy of Art in Chicago. During his years there, Ross discovered the work of other artists like J.C. Leyendecker and Salvador Dalí, whose hyper-realistic quality, Ross saw, was not that far removed from that of comics. It was during this time that he formed the idea to paint his own comic books. In 1993, he completed his first painted superhero assignment, the cover of a Superman novel, Superman, Doomsday and Beyond. Ross's career took off in that year, when he collaborated with writer Kurt Busiek on Marvels, a groundbreaking miniseries that reimagined the Marvel Universe through the eyes of an ordinary photographer. This story offered a fresh perspective on iconic characters like Spider-Man, the Fantastic Four, and the X-Men, allowing readers to experience the awe, terror, and wonder of superheroes from a deeply human point of view. Ross's hyper-realistic art style was an instant sensation. With meticulous attention to detail, he made these characters feel tangible, as if they could step right off the page and into the real world. His work on Marvels was more than a debut. It was a declaration of a new era in comic art. Ross's primary medium, gouache, became his artistic signature. This water-based paint, known for its intense colors and smooth blending, allowed him to achieve the richness of oil paints with the precision of acrylics. Gouache enabled Ross to capture the texture of skin, the gleam of metal, and the play of light on fabric with remarkable depth, giving his illustrations a nearly three-dimensional effect. Every panel felt like a carefully crafted painting, and this level of artistry quickly became Ross's trademark. To achieve his photorealistic style, Ross relies heavily on photography. He often photographs friends, family, or professional models posing as the superheroes he's illustrating, allowing him to study their anatomy, gestures, and the way light interacts with their costumes. For most of his projects, he even had models wear costumes that mimicked superhero outfits to capture the drape of fabric and the play of shadows with authentic detail. This use of photography goes beyond capturing poses. It allows Ross to convey emotion and vulnerability in a way that resonates deeply with readers. His superheroes aren't static or idealized. They are complex figures with visible struggles, embodying the weight of their roles. The photorealism Ross achieves with this approach gives his art a Renaissance-like quality, transforming each panel into a scene of dramatic intensity. Characters are portrayed with reverence and complexity, as if they were figures from ancient mythology brought to life in vivid color. The slight furrow of a brow, the tension in a muscle, the way light shifts across a face, His meticulous attention to detail is truly a pleasure to behold. This method allows him to portray the subtle play of light and shadow on the human form, giving his characters a sculptural, lifelike quality that stands apart from traditional comic illustration. When discussing Alex Ross, Kingdom Come is essential. This groundbreaking 1996 limited series, crafted by Ross in collaboration with writer Mark Waid for DC Comics, is widely celebrated as his masterpiece, defining his legacy in the comic book world. Set in a bleak, chaotic future, it delves into themes of power, morality, and how heroes must adapt as society evolves. In this world, an older, retired Superman emerges from seclusion to find society overrun by violent, reckless heroes who have lost sight of true justice. Superman is forced to face his role in a world that's lost its way. Ross's realistic, mature art style gave the story a timeless, almost myth-like quality, elevating it beyond typical superhero tales. His portrayal of Superman, Batman, Wonder Woman, and others as flawed, complex characters wrestling with their purpose added a new, thoughtful layer to these classic heroes. In Kingdom Come, Ross showed a new way of viewing superheroes. Superman is weighed down by regret, his former optimism dulled by a world that has shifted its morals. Batman's armored suit reflects his age and physical limits after years of protecting a decaying city. Wonder Woman is both a fierce warrior and a peacemaker, caught between her wish for peace and her duty to uphold justice. Through his art, Ross lets us see these heroes not just as icons, but as people grappling with their own beliefs, ethics, and vulnerabilities. The impact of Kingdom Come was groundbreaking. It proved that comics could be visually stunning and offer complex, thought-provoking narratives, paving the way for a new era of sophisticated storytelling. Ross's dramatic use of light and shadow created unforgettable scenes that linger in readers' minds. These powerful images add layers of meaning to the story, making it not only a thrilling superhero tale, but also a profound look at heroism, legacy, and moral choices. Thanks to Ross, superhero comics are no longer viewed as simple tales of good versus evil. Ross's Kingdom Come redefined the genre, showing that heroes could embody both light and shadow, hope and disillusionment, strength and vulnerability. By presenting iconic characters in this multifaceted way, Ross transformed the superhero genre into something far more profound, a platform for exploring human ideals, conflicts, and aspirations. Ross's approach in Kingdom Come influenced countless artists and writers, proving that comics could be both visually sophisticated and narratively profound. His art became a storytelling device in itself, with each panel adding layers of emotion and meaning. Ross has spoken about the demands of his technique, particularly the intensive time and effort involved in creating fully painted comic pages. His style requires meticulous planning, model references, and careful attention to detail, which makes his process slower than that of traditional comic illustration. While he acknowledges that his approach can be limiting, he views it as essential to his vision of making superheroes feel real. For Ross, his commitment to realism bridges the gap between the fantastical and the relatable. He wants readers to feel closer to the characters, presenting them as genuine people rather than abstract icons. Although his technique is often described as photorealistic, Ross emphasizes that it's about more than accuracy. It's about creating empathy and believability in every frame. Despite his status as one of the most celebrated comic artists, Ross remains modest about his impact. He views his style as just one approach among many and respects the diversity of artistic expressions in the industry. Beyond his work on Marvel's and Kingdom Come, Ross's legacy continues to shape the comic book industry. Ultimately, Ross's art is a tribute to the characters he grew up loving. By staying true to this goal, he continues to inspire generations of fans and artists who view his work as a definitive interpretation of the superhero mythos. Through his art, Ross has shown that comics can inspire, endure, and resonate on a level that few imagined possible. Each new generation of artists carries forward the standard he set, and fans continue to celebrate his ability to breathe life and realism into the world of superheroes. So, how has Alex Ross's art impacted you?